What's good, everybody? Welcome to the first official episode of my new podcast. The No Chaser podcast is what we calling it until, someone has an issue with that or someone tells me, hey man, that's a stupid name. This is the No Chaser podcast because we trying to give you that real shit without any sugarcoating, no lime wedge with it, straight shots of this real ass information. I got my boy Ricky Shucks.
That's good.
The lovely and intelligent Nikki Blades.
Hello.
And, for the most part, we're going to be talking about like relationships, sex, anything you really got issues with, because we are three very knowledgeable, whorish people. You know what I'm saying? We've had
I'm going to need you to direct that where it's supposed to go, Rick.
Whorish Rick, knowledgeable Nikki.
Thank you. I like that, knowledgeable Nikki.
Knowledgeable Nikki. Damn, I just gave her a new nickname.
Knowledgeable in horisms.
Don't ask me why I know, just know I know.
So yeah, man, I figure like let's get into that love line lane, because a lot of you kids, y'all got issues and y'all got problems and you just don't know what to do with your silly little peepees and vaginas, and you're always asking me for questions. I figure I'll bring in Rick to help me out because Rick always has something to say.
True.
Nikki Blades will bring in that nice feminine woman energy and opinion to contrast, possibly agree with what me and Rick got to say. And I asked Twitter for a bunch of questions. Immediately I got a whole bunch of questions from these kids. We got some about peepees and vaginas, and some just about
how do you tell a girl you like her is in
Please.
there. If they're still asking that, bro,
how many are over 18?
Bro,
let's really figure this out here.
What's funny is there's always how do I get a girl to like me? How do I tell a girl that I like her? Been getting those from the jump,
man.
Let's see. I faved a few, and it's pretty interesting because I realized that like a lot of these kids, because I've been doing the Dear De La Ghettos for like a long time, right? And I stopped doing them because I felt like these kids are kind of asking me the same questions over and over again. Yeah. But now I realized I've been doing this shit a long time. It's a lot of new kids tuning in, a lot of new young booties that need information and need knowledge. Okay, let's go with this one. I think I like this one.
Okay.
Matthew Walsh.
Did you ask if they want their names broadcasted?
It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter.
So it's public.
It's public.
Okay.
Right? Matthew Walsh is wondering, what is the best way to get over a relationship where you are officially broken up and just kept it going for a while, but now you're trying to move on? Wait. What is he asking?
So he's still with her? They're still sleeping together is what I'm getting from
That's
this.
what it sounds like.
They're still sleeping together.
Okay, let's even if that's not what he's asking, let's take it there.
We're gonna go there.
Right? Okay, so y'all broke up, you still keeping the fucking situation going on, but now you want to move on.
Right. Stop sleeping together.
Yeah,
First off,
definitely the first step.
Cut that
right
off.
There. Stop hitting each other.
Right.
That's terrible.
Have you guys ever had that situation where you have an ex but you continue to canoodle each other on the weekends?
One time, and it was one time. Like one ex broke up, and then we did it again one time after that, and then that was it.
How was it?
Not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she had dabbled in some new wings in between, and she had a scent all of a sudden.
So male of you.
In between weens. No, you know what? I think because he said that all of a sudden she had an unfamiliar smell.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Here's what's interesting.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting, right? Is that in my relationships, I've never had a situation where it's like, she smells peculiar. Yeah. Because I feel like when you kind of get into a relationship, and the hormones and everything is kind of consistent, I think you don't really catch too much funk.
I'm about to put you guys up on some game. Please. Did you know that if she even switches her body wash, that can change that?
Yes.
Also,
so many things can change the pH balance.
Yes, so many things. A lot. And ladies out there understand that too, because some people don't even understand what's going on down there. But guys, now that's something that I would want to know too. So you guys think, is that the first thing you guys just jump to? Is it because you don't know? Most men don't know any better?
Well, let me be clear about my statement.
Okay.
I know she dabbled.
Okay, there we go. I was like, okay. Are we just assuming?
It wasn't just an assumption, but I don't think most men assume that, period, because most men don't know that a sexual partner can affect a woman's pH balance.
Totally.
So that's not a thing that men just assume.
Okay.
Well, let me backtrack 1 second too, because also there was a relationship where shit got a little funky, but that's because we were dumb and you used Vaseline for lube. Look, man,
that poor girl.
Look, no, that was her idea.
That stupid girl.
we were young, and then maybe like a week or so later, I started to sense a peculiar
something
funk,
was going on,
and I was like, you know what? I understand the women. Shit changes, things happen. Maybe she's just kind of going through a little something and needs to have it. You know, needs to just handle that. And then it kept happening, and then one day she was like, "Hey, do you think there's something happening with the baby?" And I was like, "Yes, actually."
For those of you that don't know, her vagina was named Baby. Is that what
okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's an interesting. There's something going on with the baby.
Yeah, that one called it her baby. Yeah, she's
it.
like, "Oh, my baby, something's happening wrong with my baby."
Yeah. But for the ladies and gentlemen out there, there's a lot that goes on with that. Please go do research. Don't just assume. It does smell different. There's a lot of things that change it. Grown men understand that, because you made a statement that said, like, you understand sometimes it just has to go through its time.
Yeah.
But, you know, kind of going back to the tweet, definitely have done that with going back and forth with the ex and still not knowing if you want to stay together, if you want to break up, or technically you're broken up and you use that line when it's convenient. It's nice to throw in somebody's face, like, don't tell me what to do.
What line is that? What line are you talking
We're
about?
not together. That one. The we're not together statement, like, where are you going? Don't ask me what I'm doing. So the best advice is you can't do that.
Okay, so how long do you wait after a breakup before it's okay to canoodle with your ex again?
Oh, that's another relationship.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever okay. I don't think it's something you should do.
Yeah.
Everybody does it at some point because it's familiar, it's easy. You always have those thoughts of, man, I miss her, I miss him. Blah, blah, blah. But I don't think you should ever double back. If it's not like, you know what, we made a mistake, let's get back together. If it's just for some fucking, don't do it.
There's levels to it.
Totally.
But I think if you get back with an ex, if you really want to try again, you have to consider it a new relationship, because you can't go into an old relationship
with all the old baggage.
Right. Like, some people do get back together. I've heard enough people, you know, they get back together, they break up, but the only way it works is you got to let go of a lot.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of old relationships and old, like, regrets that you might want to rectify, right? Yeah, no, it's a funny word, rectify. Have you ever given anybody whack dick or cooch in the past and like been like, I need to rectify this situation, and be like, hey, please let me give it to you again so I can show you that this is not what I'm about?
Yeah, twice.
Very specific. Wow, do you guys keep notes?
Mental notes. Because for sure, you know, in my day, like, you know, I've given females in the past. Wait, females don't like being called females anymore. I've given women. I've given women whack dick in the past. I've given some solid, like, great dick as well.
Okay.
But every once in a while I'll be laying in bed or like in a bubble bath, you know what I'm saying, staring at the ceiling, and I'm thinking like, man, that girl to this day will tell the story of the day I gave her whack dick.
Do you want to know if it's good or not? A girl will let you know if it was good or not with her actions. If you thought you gave a grade A performance and she don't stalk you a little bit, it was not as good as you thought it was.
That is not true.
Rick disagrees.
Not every girl's gonna be crazy, guys. Don't listen to that.
Nick is speaking from crazy experience.
Yeah, because she's crazy.
If it's that good, if she don't go crazy a little bit, if she has to retract her crazy, if she says, don't make me do X, Y, and Z. You know, it wasn't life-changing then.
They'll cling.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna go cling.
Not all will go full on crazy stalker. Oh my God, this
just
girl.
a little bit. I didn't say full blown.
Yeah. Okay, let's
not
put it like this.
Not restraining order status.
If it was good, you're not gonna have a hard time talking to her again. Let's just say that.
Well, here's the thing. That's interesting because I've always said that like in a friends with benefits situation where it's only like a sexual relationship, right? And because like people always ask advice about this shit too, like is it possible to have a friends with benefits situation? And I always say, but the best way to keep that consistent without getting complicated is to not give her your best quality dick, because if you give her the best type of dick, she will get clingy.
No, you got it confused. It's not the dick that she gets like that she sticks onto. Don't you can put it down, but don't make love to her.
Okay.
Do not be passionate. Do not kiss too much. Don't hug her. I mean, that sounds really bad. No, it's
part of it.
There's levels again to there's status bar. If you're just doing that, it's strictly dickly. That's it. That's all. You have to set the boundaries as far as how deep you connect with them emotionally. Now, that is where it gets complicated because you're thinking you're putting out a great performance and she's like, yay. But the moment that you kind of do this like hug and embrace thing is when she starts going, uh-oh. That's the moment it got too deep, not the dick.
Well, I mean, okay, look, I agree to that to an extent. Because I've also done the situation where it's like, because I really personally I enjoy kissing a lot, and when I was in my past physical situations, and I tried to just not kiss, I felt like I gave an overall better performance if I kissed because I was more turned on and more into it. All right, so I would have to warn girls in the beginning. I'm like, hey, just as a disclaimer here, I'm gonna kiss you like I love you, but don't take it the wrong way.
They're gonna take it the wrong way.
Yeah, that disclaimer never works.
Never,
bro. I've gotten so detailed with I'm gonna do this. It doesn't mean this, and it does mean this, and it doesn't work.
I've never had that discussion.
It's a waste of time anyway, but it's for
never been told
it's for us because later when we're like, bro, I told you. You get to feel like I told you. I didn't lead you on. I told you what it was.
Is it like the girlfriend experience that you guys? Is that you have to let them know that this you kind of said it. This is how I express myself,
right?
But it's not emotional.
I mean, I'm definitely like in the past when there have been like, hey, this is a booty call situation. This is a friends with benefits thing. I'm careful to not like hold hands or
forehead kisses and shit.
Oh yeah, forehead kisses. Oh no.
I've had a boyfriend and I still don't like holding hands. Certain things. I guess I'm a little bit more on the standoffish because you said you like to kiss, and I was like, I don't know. Sometimes it depends.
I just like some kissing, man. I just like kissing people. When I used to get just drunk,
I just like kissing everybody.
Like people, man. Look, people. When I had that like single year and we was just touring, going to clubs and on all that shit, like there was definitely nights where I would get super drunk and just wake up to tagged pictures on Facebook of me just making out with girls in the club because I would just be like, oh, you want a picture? Cool. I give me a kiss.
I just saw the flashbacks in Rick's face. Just I just saw
what is
all
he
of
saying?
it.
No, I don't.
I saw that year on your face, in your eyes.
Back to the tweet though. We didn't give this guy advice yet.
I did. I said don't sleep with her.
Yeah, I mean,
well, the moving on part. Just move on. That sounds like what the fuck, Rick? But seriously, there doesn't need to be a discussion. If you guys are broken up, you're broken up. If you're asking when can you move on or how do you move on, that means you want to move on. Yeah. Like, so just do it. Just do it. Talk to somebody else. You don't even have to talk to somebody else. Just stop fucking with her.
And I will say this, if she's hitting him up, he has to understand that it's strategic as well. Like, she is lonely, she hasn't found somebody better yet. So if your ex is hitting you up, understand that, like, if you really wanted to be together, you'd be together. But if you don't and she keeps hitting you up, you do have to sometimes just be an ass and don't hit me up, don't contact me. It's really the only way most people, or pretty much anybody can move on.
So why girls do that then, huh?
Because they're lonely. And it's okay. So it goes back to like sleeping with people. I can go back to you and not increase my number.
That's it right there.
I don't know, because there's that stigma. If I sleep around or I'm just trying to get over you, then I become a hoe. But if I'm wanting some, it's familiar. I know the routine. I already know what you're going to do. And the moment you switch it up is probably when she's going to stop messing with you, because she's going to be like, you sleeping with somebody else. I can't do this. But yeah, girls do that because you got to reach back in that list and went, okay, so listen, how many I say? 4? Okay, 4. We're going to go back to you. Boom. And sometimes it's really, they lie too.
Look, man, that's why you gotta find a group of friends that is not judgmental, that will not judge you.
Don't listen to him.
Nah, man, look, me and Rick, we are some very open-minded individuals. We've never believed in the whole, like, if a girl, like, smashes a whole bunch of dudes, she's a hoe scenario. I feel like as long as everyone is, honest with themselves, there's nothing whorish about that. You know what I'm saying? And we've definitely had homegirls in the circle who have smashed the homies, and it was all kind of just like him too, man, you stupid. Crazy.
But you ask, why do girls do that? And that's why it's because of everybody else. It's not really, maybe they do want to be out and they want to go find something new. Maybe they're like, man, I'm really lonely. I'm just gonna hit him up. You know, we have the internal conversation, but yeah, you guys are involved. That message does have to be spread. Ladies are out there, they're getting theirs. And by the way, if you got a girl who doesn't know what she's doing, you're gonna notice it too, because you talked about giving lazy D. Most girls just give lazy V. Like, most of the times it is just like whatever. But if she puts in some effort, she like you, or she just nasty.
But why she gotta be nasty?
Yeah, why she gotta be nasty?
It's a good thing. And I'm saying like nasty as far as like freaky. I'm not using nasty like a dirty girl. That's okay. I would say dirty girl, not nasty. I think nasty is, oh, she nasty. Like in that tone.
Makes sense.
Well, speaking of girls being lazy in bed, Rena De La Ghetto, who's been a long time follower and subscriber of mine, she asks, is giving a guy oral important when having sex? When a girl is considered and I had to look this up, a pillow princess. Y'all ever heard of this?
She don't do nothing.
A pillow princess is someone who's known for just she would rather just
lay there.
She doesn't give head, basically. Slang for a person, typically a woman, who wants to receive sexual pleasure but is not interested in giving it. Pillow princess.
Rick, you want to start with this one?
Nobody likes that, girl. Like that's whack. But I don't know. I can't say giving a dude head is important, because there might be some dudes who don't care about it. A lot of us do care about it. It's important to a lot of us, but there might be some who don't. But you can't be, oh, do me and I'm not gonna do anything.
I'm gonna disagree and say all dudes is important. Every dude.
I'm gonna say
I only said that because I've heard girls say, like my boyfriend doesn't like when I do. So it's weird to me. Y'all are weird. I'm gonna just say it. You're weird. But
well, I'm gonna go on the pillow princess thing. If you consider yourself a pillow princess, you are not living. Like, what is the point if you're gonna be with somebody? I'm gonna hit it from a relationship standpoint. If you're in a relationship and you consider yourself a pillow princess, your man is going to find him somebody else. Like, no matter how much you love somebody, that's the place that you don't have to be a princess. Like, figure it out, do something different. Maybe that sounds like somebody who doesn't even know what they want.
I think even to that point, and even like if you are somebody who like, everyone has their things they like and what they don't like, but if it's to the point where you are calling yourself a title, then that's just annoying.
I've met some of those girls. I think not all of them, but some of them it's an insecurity thing. They're hot, they look sexual, they don't know how to do anything. They don't feel like they're good at anything. So the safe bet is to just lay there and let it be done. When they try to get involved, they fuck it up. They suck. No rhythm. No, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's judgment. So for a lot of ladies, that is like the most vulnerable you'll ever be. And on top of it, you're going to be judged for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about guys noticing it feeling different or what she look like when she's naked. So why most girls don't ever get to actually come is the fact that they're too busy in their own head thinking about what's going to happen after. And if you are just in that moment, that's when you let go. even if you don't got no rhythm, she still will do some crazy.
I believe that because I when I was younger, right, it was always girls that said they didn't like getting gone down on, and I feel like all those girls were just kind of self-conscious. You know what I'm saying? Because any like grown woman is like, yo, I love that shit. You know, just because a lot of them, I think the younger ones are in their head about like, oh my god, he thinks like my pussy is ugly or like or the smell or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's exactly 100%. That is it, and that's why a lot of ladies, when they get older, or women, and they're comfortable with themselves, they get judged. Right? Like, oh, she's out there. People just assume she's a hoe because she's comfortable in her skin, or she does something freaky, or she's nasty, and then all of a sudden you're hearing about yourself, and you're like, whoa, ain't nobody talking about you and the nasty stuff you want to do.
Right. Let me tell you, I love a MILF. Man, a grown ass older than me auntie is the move.
You want somebody's auntie.
Yeah, man. Aunties are I've probably only experienced a couple in my life. And just the fact that they're just so they know themselves, they know their bodies, they know what they want. They not trying to they don't want a relationship. Yeah. It's kind of the best bet, man.
She probably tell you to shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Stop talking so much.
What are you doing? Stop doing. What are you messing with them young girls? Come over here.
Man, just come in here, take your pants off, boy. Shut up.
It's pretty sweet, man. But also like in terms of like a woman not giving head, I feel like I wouldn't date a girl that doesn't give head because I feel like it represents way more than just head. You feel me? I feel like
you wouldn't date her.
Yeah, I would not.
You wouldn't even have like a conversation into like, what if you really love her and you can open up to new experiences? How can you really love
her if she's never sucked your dick?
Is that the old? Did we just find the answer right now, ladies?
No, we did not.
Ladies, no. I think Rick just gave you all the suck it.
Here's the thing, because it's so much deeper than just going down on each other. Because when you've met a girl who says that she will not give head. And for me, when I love somebody, right, it's like, that means to me there's nothing that I won't do if it means it will make you feel good. You feel me? And then like, unless she wants to like put something on my butt, then it's like, no.
Oh, all of a sudden now everything's off limits. You said anything.
Well, that's my body. That's my body.
That'll make you feel good.
Right. It's like, listen.
But if a girl straight up says, no, I don't suck dick no matter how much you like it, then that means she's the type of person who's not going to compromise.
Okay.
Who's not going to be down to sacrifice anything for you. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of all about herself, and she's not willing to just evolve in the relationship. You feel me? So I think that's just a very telling thing about a person when they're like, I'm not gonna go down. And not only about girls that don't suck dick, like guys that don't go down too. You know what I'm saying?
That's whenever you hear that just sounds juvenile. You know, it just sounds like that's all right. Some people like it, some people don't. But if you just off the top, I'm not doing. If someone says I don't do this or I won't eat that, or I just I don't like that.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like we all, when I was younger, I said I wouldn't eat the booty or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now
I'm showing up with napkins. Hello.
It was just something.
Yuck.
Saying napkins.
Did you get the
that
visual?
made it gross?
Yeah, that was supposed to be gross.
Before there's napkins.
That was disgusting.
Feeling like you would need napkins makes it gross.
I just envisioned Tim with a bib on. I don't know. My bad.
Naked with a beard, with a bib taped onto my collarbone.
Sorry, that's what I envisioned. My bad.
I think when we were younger, it was like, yeah, eating a booty sounds gross, but it's like, damn, if you really. Okay, look, even less than love. If you find a girl just beautiful, if she's like, yo, eat my ass, it's like, fine.
I guess.
Because hey man, because it's just something. Okay, look, maybe that was just us being young, but for sure now in my grown, mature life, a booty hole is cute too. I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the media made it so it became a meme almost. Like eating ass is like, yeah.
There was a song about eating groceries.
Yeah, she made it popular. Jenna Aiko, like
Kevin Gates made it popular. She just rode the wave.
No, Kevin Gates sticking the whole foot in the mouth. Okay. I have a question.
Yeah,
gentlemen, how do you feel about toes?
I feel the same way I feel about booty holes.
Okay.
Is that fresh out the shower, I will put it in my mouth. Yeah.
Foot in the mouth. Okay.
I definitely appreciate a pretty toe now.
There we go.
I used to be really grossed out by feet though. So much so that I started appreciating pretty feet. Because like if feet were out, I'd be like, like I'd have to look at it with like scared, and it was like, oh, those are cute. All right, cool. You can sit next to me.
And then as a result, you have a foot fetish.
Yeah, jack off on feet all the time. No.
All right, well, let's see. I hope we helped you, Rena. So
stop being a pillow princess.
Don't be a pillow princess.
Don't ever call yourself that.
Yeah, well, I mean, why?
But if you're insecure about it, just have the conversation.
Yeah,
have the conversation.
That comes with a lot of trust. You got to really know who you sleeping with too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to just conversation, right? Like, I mean, it's always better when you can openly communicate with somebody. I mean, I think that's why sometimes the one given the whack dick to, it's always like a once situation or a random situation. It was like just kind of it happened, where we don't really get to express like, yo, I like this, you like this, don't do this, don't do that. I feel like the more comfortable you are, the better the sex is. Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely.
Facts. So guys, even when you're having your one night stand, sit her down for 20 minutes and
I really want to get to know you right now. I'm going to tell you, don't do this. It's a no-go zone.
Well, let's see. Well, speaking of no-go zones, Nikki, what don't you like?
Personal. We're getting personal now.
Wow.
And you're the only one who's going to be asked this question.
I guess it's just me. What don't I like?
Okay, well, beyond that, let's get broader, so it's not so personal.
Right.
What's something really weird a dude did that completely turns you off?
Oh, man.
Where you were like, okay, no.
I don't understand certain words being said. I feel like depending on what you call somebody in that moment tells a lot about you and what you like, or maybe what issues you had growing up. And don't slap me. Don't.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, there's areas you can slap.
Okay,
but don't. My face has been tapped before.
Oh no, I think
I was like, why are you? I'm gonna punch you back. Like, is that what we're doing?
I think that's a common thing, but you should definitely like communicate that before.
Definitely have to ask first.
No, there's levels to don't put your hand by my face, and depending on my makeup. There's sometimes I don't want my face touched. Okay. Don't put your hand on my face.
Speaking of which, I have a funny story. One time, there was a situation with a lady where, when she entered my
chamber
of love, my domicile of sweet love making.
Oh Lord!
I was like, wow, her makeup looks really cute today. Like, she looks like she put effort into that. And then as she was fellating me, I was like, in my head, I was like, I think that's gonna mess up her makeup. So I was like, hey, we can just have sex now if you want. And she was like, is it not good? Is it not good? Is something wrong? I was like, nah, it's just your makeup looks really. You look like you took time on that today. I didn't want to mess it up. She was like, and she stopped. She was like, oh my God.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Gentlemen, pay attention. She didn't get ready for herself. She got ready for you. She wanted to look up at you with her little sparkly eyelashes and just be like, do you see this effort? This means I care. Don't mess it up. Unless she asked you to.
I mean, if she wants to look up at you, then she wanted to be down there in the first place. That's on her.
Oh, no, let's not. I was like, but don't put your hand in the face.
No, of course not. Well, so I imagine you like put your middle finger under her chin. Then your other one on top of her head. It's like,
gently. Please. We don't want to smear your lipstick. You see that camera in the corner? Oh, you don't see that camera in the corner.
Here's what you do now, guys. If you don't want to mess up the girl's makeup, you ask her what product she's using before y'all have sex. So it's like, are you using the Lash Blast? If you're using the Lash Blast, I can jizz in your eye then.
And ladies, if he asks you that, you got a lot more questions you got to ask him in return.
Nah, just hit her with some setting spray.
Oh, so why you got setting spray? Just sitting over here for no reason. It's my head spray.
Like, hold on, is this Fenty you left on my pillow?
What? You gift baskets right here. This is for post. I care.
All right, so no slapping for Nikki Blades.
Because I might slap. But I am aggressive. That I have to say that I'm not gentle. I never quite got with that all the way. I had to learn, and that's that emotional thing. Some people disconnect. For me, I disconnect. If you too lovey, sometimes it makes me uncomfortable.
I feel that,
because that's very vulnerable. Aggressive, I'm a little bit more aggressive. I've actually been told to like be present and don't just like I'm here, like there's a person here. Like,
word,
yeah,
like that.
I don't know. It's like you really got to open up. Yeah, I know. Poor, I'm sorry. They know who they are. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just different. Some people like that's how they disconnect and they express themselves. And
you just a wham bam. Thank you, Sam.
No, but if you slap me, I might punch you back. But I'm warning you now. You might get punched.
Well, I think a growing phenomenon, just not really phenomenon, but just I learned as I got older is a lot of girls liked being choked, and I didn't know that at first. You know, I thought I was like, she's a freak. But then as I got older, and I like freaks.
Oh, okay.
I am a freak myself. But as I learned that girls like being choked, it became more of a kind of like a common thing. I think like most of the girls like that I've encountered in the past are like, yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, girls like some interesting things. Nipple biting.
Yeah.
Harder.
Yes.
My teeth are touching. What are you talking about?
it came off.
It's like I'm out on. Really?
I knew a girl that she would say, "Bite my nipples so I can come," or else she wouldn't be able to.
Tasha?
Wait, Tasha from 32nd Street. Oh shit!
Tasha sound crazy.
She was.
But in your head, when you're doing it, it's like I'm scared for this.
Cause no, like it feels like it ruins things for me because I just feel like I'm inflicting pain, not pleasurable pain.
Yeah.
And stuff starts softening and stuff.
Right.
So I gotta find the right little bite pattern.
I got a question. Have you ever two-hand choked a girl? 2 hands.
Yes.
Yes. Have you?
Yeah.
And how did you feel after?
I didn't go like crazy with it. It was more like a pressure than a squeeze.
Yeah, okay. I think when I'm choking, it's more of like a. It's more like I think it's even more visual than anything else. I'm not actually squeezing.
Yeah, he's out here on her clavicle, on her shoulders.
He's using a finger like.
I'm just flexing my arms, but my fingers are so loose.
Palm pressure.
You ever had a girl try to choke you?
Yeah, and I just swiped it away. What? Get out of here!
Let me choke you.
Don't do that. You asked for this. I didn't ask for that.
Have you ever been with a girl bigger than you?
No. Head, yes.
Big, like she had a bigger head?
No. Like getting head from a girl bigger than me, yes. Having sex with a girl bigger than me, no.
I've canoodled with girls of all shapes and sizes and many heights and waist sizes as well. Yeah. I've definitely canoodled with ladies who the homies would say that is a big girl, you know. And I'm just, when I was doing my thing, I just I just think I appreciate all types of ladies if they're pretty and fun, you know.
I only bring that up because you said no on the choking. So I was wondering, have you ever been with a girl that could possibly choke you out?
No. Okay, so here's the thing. It's not like I discriminate.
Okay.
I'm just big.
Right, so it's not a lot.
It's not like I'm finding girls bigger than me.
Right.
So,
that's a fair point.
But a girl that could girls' hands be little. I got fat neck. And that's part of the reason, because when this girl tried to do it, she was like just grabbing my esophagus. Like it wasn't like this.
She let go of my Adam's apple.
Stop, please.
She's jiggling your uvula.
Like, what are you doing?
Nah, I mean, I've definitely I used to deal with a giraffe-like lady like yourself. And she also had pretty big hands, but she was never one that enjoyed what nigga?
Because you make it sound, I don't think people know how tall I am. I'm not even that tall. This is like an LA average. I'm 5'9".
Well, compared to me, I'm 5'4".
Yeah. I was like, can we clear this up? Because you're making it sound like I'm like 6'2" or something.
This one was like 5'11".
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
That's significantly taller than
a couple inches.
5'11", 5'9", same.
And she had big hands. But she never wanted to choke me. Interestingly enough, I feel like she liked to be dominated more.
Yeah.
And which was, I feel like watching us smash was probably hilarious.
More likely.
Because also, okay, not only did she have big hands, she had a big old head. So I remember like watching, like if I was getting head, just thinking, man, she making my shit look extra tiny right now. Like, damn, she's a giant.
Tim is over here bringing out equipment. I need to stand on top of this.
Yeah, I know. Facts though. I've told that story. And if you don't know the story, let me tell you the story. So back when I was canoodling with this giraffe, Nikki Blades-esque in stature lady.
Take the name out.
You need to rephrase that.
Somebody's gonna edit this.
Right. I was like, listen, no. Back in the day. I didn't even know you yet.
No. Not it's not Nikki Blades. It's just a tall lady. Okay, she was like 5. I want to say like 11ish, and we were messing around, and we were outside though. We like to do the freaky shit. We just like to get freaky everywhere, right? And so of course, when you're outside, the go-to position is like, you know, the like the turn around from the back, bend over, right? But here's the thing though, because this lady was so tall, her vagina was like at my like nipples. I just
titty fucking bitches.
I just couldn't reach. You know? So I'm like, man, what are we gonna do? So I'm like, I see a bucket. I take the bucket, I turn it upside down, I stand on the bucket, and now we are good to go, and I can reach. And it was hilarious.
What happens
afterwards
if the bucket moves?
Man, then I fall and bust my ass.
I was gonna say you just stuck, just dangling there.
Oh my god!
Tim's feet, just kicking, just fluttering.
But that's a real gentleman move right there.
What you mean?
Because others would have just been like, all right, get on your knees.
Oh, true.
You got the bucket.
No, I feel like if you're already in that situation, you know you're gonna do what you can to make it happen.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people would say, all right, let me go find a bucket.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Short dudes, we are innovative. We are creative.
Okay.
We are gentlemanly.
And bucket connoisseur.
And we're just, we're just great. Nikki Blades, you need to just find you a short man.
Oh.
They're going.
A lot of them are short compared to me sometimes. No, I don't know. I get asked that question. How do I feel about short guys? Yeah. And most tall girls do. I feel like it's personally, I prefer a taller gentleman. I like to feel small. I think that's a big thing because I'm athletic, and my whole life I've been bigger than everybody, or like stronger. So it's nice to feel feminine around certain people, and that's why, for myself, I do like a tall guy. Smaller guys, I feel like I'm being judged a little bit. Like, I'm aggressive. So if I push you kind of hard, I'm joking. But if you fly, then I'm like, I don't mean to do that.
No, I get that. I mean, I feel like, even though, of course, like I've been, I've dealt with ladies of all shapes and sizes, and of course, like I always try to tell my short dudes, hey man, don't be intimidated by a tall girl. Like, go after the tall lady at the bar. Like, a lot of the times, I mean, okay, yes, sometimes they might chuckle and scoff, but also there are many times where, I mean, for me personally, because being a confident short dude, I think since a lot of tall ladies, I feel like, might be intimidating to a lot of dudes in general. I feel like y'all don't get approached as much. So when I've approached taller ladies, it's almost like a pleasant surprise. Like, oh, okay, I'm down for this. Yeah,
definitely don't get approached as much as people think. Really don't. I also look like don't talk to me. That's a defense mechanism. But yeah, no, I would go out with my friends. I used to be one of the tallest girls in the group, and I would always notice I was like the least approached out of everyone until I got friends that we were all around the same height. And you just notice it takes a certain kind of guy just to come up to a woman in general. So ladies, like, if you're listening, it takes a lot for a guy to come up and talk to you, just even say hello. So don't think you better than everybody. At least politely turn them down if you're not interested.
And if a guy is approaching you, he's said what he said to you in his head like 20 times before he walked up. So appreciate the effort.
That.
Unless it's, damn, bitch, what's good?
Oh, yeah,
that was just off the cuff.
That's when you look down. Don't make eye contact. He will grab you.
He didn't practice that one.
Yeah. That was a reaction.
Yeah, man, I just think, like, of course, traditionally, just because of, like, just society in general, I mean, yeah, in your head, ideally, it's like the girl's a little shorter than the man, and the man's a little taller than the woman. But I mean, but that shouldn't stop you from going after somebody. You know,
to each their own. You got to figure out what you like, and if that's what you like, don't be ashamed of it. But if you want to venture outside of that realm, don't be surprised when you get denied. You have to be okay with that too.
I agree with all of that.
Thank you.
In any situation, you know what I'm saying?
Life is hard.
Life is hard, but it's like if you don't go outside your comfort zone a little bit and make the attempt, you never know. You could have passed up on the most amazing Amazon woman sex in your life, and you didn't even know it because you were too afraid to try it. That could have been your Amazon wife.
Man, and y'all could have been sharing shoes and shit. Double the shoes instantly. And you on that bullshit.
I cannot touch my shoes. Don't touch my shoes.
Well, shit, man. I think that's a nice place to end this first episode of the No Chaser podcast.
I think so too. A little recap real quick. Just stop dealing with your ex when you want to not deal with your ex, and don't be a pillow princess.
Right.
And don't be afraid to go after that male or female that you want. Don't be intimidated. And also, suck a dick.
Only if he's worth it, though. Don't just give that away.
Nah.
And that's my latest. Don't just give it away. That's leverage. I hope y'all know that, right? Y'all just let everybody know it is leverage. I needed the garbage taken out.
Nah, we don't take out trash.
See, see that. It's not that good. That's why.
Nah, it can be good. That's just weird. It's like, I'll take out your trash. I'm not doing it because you suck my dick. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Suck my dick, woman. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you, king shit.